then somehow I'm not looking out
Distribute
for
is a
you.
big different word than give to Tiffany.
Hang on,
Okay.
explain to him that we needed to know that that was what they.
Yeah, shouldn't
Right.
I have been the first person to be made aware that that was the reason I was in a jail for 14 days?
The update is Chris was arrested. He was arrested on a warrant out of Meade County, Kentucky. The only thing that I was able to figure out so far about that warrant is that it was for intimidation. He is currently at our local sheriff's department. Rogue decided to come up here with me. I asked him to. I was going to ask him, that way he could help all of us understand a little bit more, because I've never looked into the process of what the process is for them to extradite someone. Like, do they have to go to court? You know, what has to happen before they can take somebody across those state lines?
All right. Hey, everybody. As Tiff already told you guys, Chris was arrested on a warrant out of Meade County. Of course, we suspect shady dealings, of course. I'm sure all that'll come out. So to get into the extradition part, Chris was arrested in Indiana on the warrant. So in order for him to get extradited, he's either going to have to go to an extradition hearing, or he's going to have to voluntarily waive his extradition rights. A lot of times they'll come with a piece of paper and, ask you to, to waive your extradition right to get it over with, right? Because otherwise you might sit in Indiana for a month waiting to get your extradition hearing or whatever. So, it's pretty straightforward.
Right.
So now, of course, the states are back to back, so they're pretty close together. So I don't think there's going to be any issue when and if they extradite him. But, me and Tiff were talking just for a couple of minutes beforehand. And
so I know that he's not going to sign that paper to get extradited on over there, because I'm sure that his feelings about it are the same as mine. For today, Chris had an extradition hearing at 1 p.m. And sorry. Shut this down. Okay. And what happened is Chris did not waive. He did not want to go over to Kentucky yet. And there's a pretty good reason for him not wanting to go to Kentucky. What we're waiting on as far as him not going ahead and waiving and being extradited over there. I mean, there's no way really to even hear the case yet. And then the other thing is, he could have went on ahead and waived and went over to Kentucky, and they weren't going to hold him in Meade. The place that they were going to hold him in was Louisville, Kentucky. Now, I'm sure that some of y'all have already seen some of our videos coming out of Louisville with Chief Jackie and a couple of other people. And we didn't think that that was exactly an ideal place for him to be going to either. You guys are distracting me. So we were talking about how he didn't want to go to Kentucky, and he's staying in Harrison. He's going to waive to go over to Kentucky at the beginning of the week. And then hopefully it won't take too much longer to get him out. Now, the judge did set a bond today. And he set the bond at $50,000 full cash. And there's no way that that is going to happen, because even if we were to have the $50,000 to bond him out, they're probably going to set another bond whenever he gets over to Kentucky. So that kind of would have been a little bit pointless to do. So he's just staying. He's just going to stay, and then where we're at right now with everything. He's going to have to sit it out, guys, until he gets over there.